you hear that gunshot? Oh my god, they just killed someone. I'm scared. I need to hide for a few minutes.
Guys, stay with me, because before the end of this video, I'm going to reveal exactly what caused this fight. But first, let me show you everything you need to know about this place. This next place I'm about to show you, it blew my mind. Welcome to Rinconada, the highest city in the world, hidden way up in the freezing mountains of Peru. Now listen, this isn't your normal town. In just the next 60 seconds, I'm gonna walk you through everything. From how people survive up here, to how crime works in the streets, to why they call this place a lawless town. We're diving into the daily struggles, what nightlife feels like, how people work day and night digging for gold, even how thin the air is, so thin it can leave first-timers gasping for breath. And guess what? We're not just talking facts, we're going to feel what it's like to be here. This is the town where the streets are dirty, the rules are forgotten, and survival is the only thing that matters. Let's go explore Rinconada, because once you see what life's like at the top of the world, you'll never look at hard the same way again. But before we dive deep into this town, let's rewind a bit. Before Rinconada turned into this full-blown gold rush town, it was just a lonely, icy mountain. No homes, no noise, just snow, rocks, and silence. But one day, something changed. People discovered that deep under those frozen rocks, there was gold. Real gold. Tiny, shiny flakes hidden inside the ice and dirt. At first, it was just a small group of miners who came up here. They weren't from Rinconada, because this town didn't even exist yet. Most of them were from nearby parts of Peru, and they were experienced miners. They came up in groups, set up simple camps with tents, and stayed for weeks, even months, just digging, blasting, hoping to get rich. These early miners didn't plan to live here. They would mine, rest, then leave. Go back down the mountain once the work was done. No homes, no families, just workers in the hope of striking gold. But then, word started to spread. There's gold in those mountains. More people came, not just miners, but families, hustlers, even people who didn't know how to mine. They said, why not stay? Why not build a little shack and try our luck? And that's how things started to change. What was once a temporary mining site slowly became a permanent settlement. People built small houses out of wood, metal, and whatever they could find. No plans, no roads. Just a town that grew out of desperation and dreams. And over time, Rinconada became what it is today. A chaotic, freezing, gold-hunting town where thousands now live, even though there's no running water, no sewage system, and no laws that people truly follow. This place wasn't built for comfort. It was built on hope. And a whole lot of gold fever. Okay, now the town is full of people. But who are these people? The ones that dig through ice and stone every day hoping to find a speck of gold? Most miners here aren't trained professionals. They're ordinary people. Some came from other poor towns in Peru, some came from faraway villages, and others, they had nowhere else to go. They just showed up, picked up a shovel, and joined the gold hunt. There's no fancy machine, no safety gear, just people with pickaxes, hammers, and bags. They work inside cold, dark tunnels. Some tunnels go deep, super deep into the mountain. It's dangerous. Rocks can fall, gas can build up, and the air inside, it's hard to breathe. And yet, every day, thousands of people go in. Why? Because of one rule called Cachorreo. Here's how it works. Miners don't get paid with money. Nope. They work for 30 days straight without any payment. But on the 31st day, they get something special. A chance to take home as much gold ore as they can carry. That ore may have a little gold, or maybe none at all. It's a big gamble. Sometimes they get lucky and find gold worth hundreds of dollars. Other times, they leave with nothing but dust. Still, they do it, every month, hoping that one lucky day will change their life forever. And when they finally collect enough gold, they sell it in town, to local dealers, traders, or gold buyers. But the price? It's never fair. The town is full of middlemen, and the miner always gets the smallest share. It's a rough deal. But to many, it's better than nothing. They survive on potatoes, rice, and strong tea. They sleep in tin-roofed shacks. And during the day, they disappear into the freezing mountain, chasing gold like it's the only thing that matters. Because up here in La Rinconada, it kind of is. So, you've seen the gold, you've seen the people, but now let's talk about something darker. Crime. In La Rinconada, there are no police patrols, no working jail, no strong government. It's a place where everyone is on their own, and when people carry gold in their pockets, it attracts danger. Robbery is everywhere. If someone thinks you made money today, you could get followed, cornered, even attacked before you make it back home. Some miners sleep with knives under their pillows. Others never walk alone, especially when the sun goes down. And the worst part, if something bad happens, there's no one to call. There are no reliable police officers here. And when they do show up, they don't always help. Sometimes they're even part of the problem. People here say, the mountain gives gold, but it takes peace. Even simple fights can turn deadly, because everyone's desperate. Everyone's trying to survive. There are also gangs, illegal gold buyers, and people who make others work and never pay them. Some women who come here looking for jobs end up being tricked or forced into dangerous situations. It's a rough, raw world, and once you're up here, there's no easy way out. The streets are filled with mud and trash. At night, the town glows with tiny lights, but feels dark and scary. People lock their doors with chains. And trust, that's the rarest thing in La Rinconada. That's why they call it the lawless town above the clouds. Now, you might be thinking, okay, it's cold, it's high up, but at least people are getting by, right? Well, not exactly. La Rinconada isn't just high up, it's lawless. There's no police force that stays long, no government office that truly controls the place. It's like the Wild West, frozen in time, but with modern problems. People say, if someone robs you, you keep quiet. Because going to the police, there might not be any. And even if there are, well, they might just ignore it. Or worse, join in. Crime runs deep here. Robberies, fights, even murders, and most go unpunished. Some miners have been found shot dead for striking gold, others vanish without a trace. You walk with gold in your pockets, you better walk fast, and never alone. Even at night when most towns sleep, La Rinconada stays awake, but not with music or laughter. The streets are filled with the sound of boots crunching snow, drunk men shouting, and sometimes gunshots. It's dark, it's cold, and it's dangerous. The bars, packed, miners drinking away the pain of another failed dig. The women? Many work late into the night in clubs, hoping to survive another day. Here, hope and fear live side by side, and everyone's just trying to make it to the next sunrise, hopefully with a little gold left in their hands. So, why do people even come here? Why leave everything behind just to live in the cold, breathe thin air, and risk getting robbed, or worse? One word, gold. La Rinconada sits right next to a massive gold mine, and in a place this poor, that gold shines like hope. People come from all over Peru, some from Bolivia, some even farther. They hear stories about striking it rich. But when they arrive, reality hits hard. There's a system called Cachorreo. Basically, miners work for free for 30 days. Yep, 30 days of breaking rocks, digging deep, freezing in the dark. But here's the twist. Sometimes there's no gold at all. They could work a whole month for nothing. And still, they come back and try again. Because maybe, just maybe, this next dig will be the one. The gold is sold in small, unmarked shops, hidden in dusty corners. No receipts, no records. Just raw chunks weighed on old scales, passed through hands with silent nods. Some make $100 a week, if they're lucky. Others, just enough for a meal and a drink. And while they're chasing gold, the town is sinking in trash. Garbage lines the streets. There's no real sewage system, no clean water. From the moment you enter the town, you smell it. You feel it under your boots. You see children playing near piles of waste next to streams that sparkle, not with cleanliness, but with mercury and mud from the mines. It's dirty, it's broken, but for many, it's still better than starving back home. Because in La Rinconada, even with all its dangers, every small fraction of gold gives miners joy, and dreams still burn bright. Imagine waking up and feeling like you're suffocating. Even after hours of sleep, you're gasping for air. Your head is pounding, your lips are dry, and your fingers numb from the cold. Welcome to life at 16,700 feet. La Rinconada isn't just cold, it's brutally cold. Snow falls randomly, wind slices through even the thickest jackets, and there are no trees, no plants, just frozen rock and ice. Most people live in tiny metal shacks, no heating, no plumbing, no insulation. Just thin walls, a broken door, and maybe a blanket or two. At night, the temperature drops below 20 degrees 4 zeros. Water buckets freeze. Toilets, there aren't any. People use plastic bags or the streets. Every step outside is a battle. The ground is slippery, the air is thin, and the smell of chemicals from mining hangs heavy everywhere. Some folks wear ski masks, not to hide, but to breathe better. They wrap themselves in layers of sweaters, scarves, and gloves, not for fashion, but for survival. And it's not just the weather trying to kill you. Crime here is everywhere. People vanish. Some get robbed after selling their gold. Others just disappear after fights in the dark alleys. In case you don't know, every minuets hold a sound of new gunshot. Locals will tell you, trust no one, because no one is here to rescue you. This comment speaks volumes. Everyone carries stories of break-ins, of threats, of lives lost over a handful of gold dust. But still, they stay. La Rinconada wasn't built for comfort. It wasn't built for families, or for love, or for long, happy lives. It was built on gold, but more than that, it was built on survival. There are no five-star hotels here, no shiny airports, no warm coffee shops to rest in, just freezing winds, muddy boots, and a hunger to make it through the next day. So why do they stay? Some stay for the money, some stay because they can't afford to leave, and others? They stay because they've built a strange kind of life here, a life that most people will never understand. This town sits above the clouds, far from comfort, far from law, far from help. It's dirty, it's dangerous, it's freezing, and yet, it's alive. People fall in love here. They raise kids here, they laugh, cry, fight, celebrate, and hope, just like anywhere else. La Rinconada is a place full of contradictions. It's a gold town with broken dreams, a city on top of the world, where some feel like they've hit rock bottom. But through the fog, through the darkness, through the cold, La Rinconada still stands. And maybe that's the biggest miracle of all. So, we've reached the very top. Not just the top of a mountain, but the roof of the world. La Rinconada. A place where the air is thin but the dreams are heavy. Where every breath is a fight, and every nugget of gold is paid for with pain. This isn't just a town. It's a gamble. A last hope. A reminder that some people live closer to the sky because life on the ground has given them nothing. Remember, this is Inspire Hub, where content shapes destiny. Every content holds a lesson. Stay powerful, stay wise. Until next time, peace out.